So far, this video has been a 4 to 5 month cursed adventure in the making. Back in December, I ordered the DIY kit of the Dart Shark from AM34 Designs, hoping to get a bit of an early-ish review out for you all, because new product has a gimmick, I like gimmicks, I want to review it and see if it's worth your money. But I had to wait until January to actually get my kit due to holidays. Then in January, I moved. And then I had to get the house together a little bit before I could get my film room set up, before I could get this kit put together. And once I did get the kit put together, my overhead camera rig came down right about here on it, snapping the jaw in half. But thankfully, AM34 Design sent out some replacement parts very quickly, and I very much appreciate that from him. But now that I have the kit, and knock on wood, nothing else bad happens to it, we're actually not going to be checking out the kit just by itself. Shortly after I bought the kit, AM34 Designs released these parts right here. These are parts for a MOLLE attachment kit. You put them together on your Dart Shark, so instead of just having it kind of floating on the top of your mags, you can now have it attached to, say, your tack vest, your drop leg platform. Wherever you have MOLLE, you can potentially put your Dart Shark. And does this kit make the Dart Shark cooler? Does it make it worth more of its value? We're gonna find out and compare it to mushing darts into your mags like you usually do during something like HVZ, and we're gonna kind of put them head to head to see if maybe the Dart Shark can come on top, or will mushing your darts into your mags be the exact same and save you money in the long run. So let's take a look at the Dart Shark for a second, and then we'll get into the MOLLE attachment kit. Like I said, I bought the DIY kit version of the Dart Shark, and putting it together was a very simple process. The instructions AM34 Designs provides are clear, easy to follow, and very well done overall. The only part that I had a bit of struggle with was getting the elastic loop made to the perfect length, as getting the knot into the right measurement area is a bit difficult, or maybe I just suck at doing this kind of thing. So if you have some time, or you like some do-it-yourself kits, or you just want to save some money overall compared to buying the full put-together version of the Dart Shark, throw on some of your favorite tunes or a podcast and have at it. If I can do it, so can you. But it also really helps to have good instructions. When your Dart Shark is fully complete and you have thrown some IMRs into the battery tray, the way you work it is you load your mag through the bottom, you shove a dart into the mouth of the shark, and watch it as it loads your mag for you in a fun display of top of the food chain reloading action. But having your Dart Shark floating around unattached to something except the top of your mag seems like a bit of a hassle. So let's take a look at the new MOLLE kit for it. And this is everything that comes in the MOLLE attachment kit. It's not a lot of stuff, pretty simple and easy to figure out even without instructions. The only thing you'll need to provide is a 9/64 hex key. So how do you put this thing together? First, you're going to take this bit right here that has the raised area and the recessed parts for the nuts and bolts. You're going to take your Dart Shark and you're going to put it on the inside of the mag well area and kind of click into place within that opening that is perfectly shaped for it, just like so. Take the twin piece and you're going to put it on top like that, and then you're going to screw down these two pieces right there. Next, take this big chunky boy and you're going to line up the holes with the holes of the parts already in the Dart Shark, but you can also turn it around to fit whatever angle MOLLE you have on your stuff. Then you just bolt it down and you are good to go using these two pieces to hold it all in place. Very simple, very easy to do. I'm gonna get this on my tack vest and then we're gonna put it to the test. Before I get into the results of my time trials, I have a little bit of a semi-conclusion first. After Indoor, I asked Armod74 if he'd like to give the Dart Shark a try, give me some secondary data because, well, that's always good to have. And when he was getting used to the Dart Shark, figuring out what worked best for him, we ran into a few troubles. And I want to preface all this by saying your results with the Dart Shark is going to be or may be different than mine, as shown by Drac filling up a Worker 22 round mag just fine on a Dart Shark running on AA's instead of the IMRs that it's supposed to. Our experience was that around the 15th to 16th dart, the Dart Shark would start to slow down, requiring us to manually open up the jaw and close it back down on the mag in order to feed the dart into it properly. And after that, the Dart Shark would just bog down until it did not work. And sometimes this would be without a full mag or just at a full mag with us having to close the darts in on it. And I've gone back to see what the issue could be, and I found some things that might be the reason why. And again, your experience with the Dart Shark may vary. My first find was that the top of a Nerf magazine, the little lips that hold the darts in place, may be interfering with the Dart Shark's jaw from coming down all the way and kind of messing with the dart's insertion into the mag. Worker mags, at least the ones that I have, don't have any sort of problem like this, and Busby 20s don't fit into the Dart Shark at all because they don't fit into the mag well. The second find also had to do with Nerf mags, and that even when I push the darts all the way in towards the back to activate the Dart Shark, because that's what you have to do, the darts seemed to move towards the front and then rub their heads up against the front part of the mag. Not really sure if that's exactly what happened, but that's what it looked like was happening. The worker mags also didn't have this problem and fed just fine, but if this is what's happening, older mags and ones with weaker springs are going to have issues when using the Dart Shark. Not sure why this happened, but that's what looked like was happening, so yeah. My two findings are just from fiddling around with the Dart Shark for a little bit. It could be a Dart Shark error, it could be a mag error, it could be a user error. Though when an issue came up, we did our best to try and fix it, either by swapping out the mag for a different one, using different darts, putting new fresh charged IMRs into the Dart Shark. When something came up, we did our best to try and avoid that so it did not come up again. And with that out of the way, let's talk about the results of the time trials. And I'm sure most of you, or some of you, can probably figure out what happened. It was two-hand loading versus the Dart Shark, and two-hand loading won. For the test, we used 3 12-round mags since I hadn't looked for the culprits in the bogging down issue at higher capacities yet, so we went with less darts to make the loading smoother. Loading mags by hand took 1 minute 13 to the Dart Shark's 1 minute 45, which is 32 seconds quicker overall. With the lowest price tag of $20 for the STL files and bill of materials with buy links, hardware only bundle for $37.50, DIY kit for $78.50, and full assembled Dart Shark price of $118.50, the Dart Shark probably isn't worth the money for the majority of people. But with that said, I can think of 2 examples where the Dart Shark might be worth it to someone. The first one is for someone who has a disability in their arms or their hands or both, where loading a mag is either time consuming, really difficult, or they have to rely on someone else to do it for them. The Dart Shark might cut down the time for them, it might give them the independence to load the mags, or it might just make things easier overall on a nice little fun gimmicky package. The second example is for that HVZ player who either likes to have their blaster at the ready with one hand while loading darts in the other, or maybe they're watching some zombies in the distance about to charge, so they cannot look at where they're putting their darts or if they're putting the darts in the right way. The Dart Shark gives you a nice easy opening into the correct direction for your mag because it only goes in one way, so you don't get any backwards darts, which, if they're a Springer user, could be pretty bad. 2 examples I thought off the top of my head because I'm trying to stay a little positive about this product. While the Dart Shark may not be something I can recommend getting, if you do decide to get one, I highly suggest picking up a MOLLE adapter kit for it as well. It's $17 before shipping, and it just gives the Dart Shark more versatility overall. It kind of completes the package in my opinion. By allowing you to integrate the Dart Shark onto your tack gear, it gives the Dart Shark more of a purpose and more permanence instead of just being kind of a gimmicky item that's mostly for the novelty. It allows you to integrate it into a system that you're going to be using, and the Dart Shark feels like it's lacking when you take the kit off. If you'd like to go check out the Dart Shark or the MOLLE attachment kit, or just see what else AM34 Designs has for sale, like their Desolator stock, which I think is very cool, I will of course have links down below where you can go check it out. But this concludes the video, and I'd like to give a big thank you to Ryan Cho, Taybeck, Jorge Verdine, Grihas Gear, Big Zinzi, Ollie No, Scott Tomlin, and Foam Blast for supporting the channel through the Patreon platform. If you would also like to support the channel through the Patreon platform, there is always a link down in the description. If you don't want to do it that way, maybe think about picking up a snazzy Bobolola patch from the Foam Blast store. Not only are they high quality and look amazing, I get a little bit of a kickback from each purchase. But regardless of whatever or how you support this channel, I appreciate you watching. And as always, have a great day wherever you are.